Well, hey guys, Thorzak's here, and there was a subject I wanted to go over a little bit with you guys about saving a little bit of money on your cleaning solvents and preservative oils for that matter. So, anyway, to get things started, there's a lot of different products on the market out there. Some of them more expensive than others. You know, it you can make Ed's red. You know, there's lots of different recipes out there that you can follow. The one thing is, more than anything else, is that 85 to 90% of what you're doing is you're suspending something in mineral spirits. Mineral spirits in itself, as a solvent, works pretty good, but the only problem is it doesn't have any preservative quality to it because, you know, it'll evaporate. So you usually have to add something, you know, to the mineral spirits to leave a film of preservative oil on whatever it is that you want to clean. What I've done is I've taken mineral spirits and I put it in an old ammo can, an old 50 caliber ammo can, and then I have a strainer that I bought at Walmart for a couple of bucks. And I took all my small parts and put it in the strainer, and I take all the big parts that I want to clean after I disassemble it, like a 1911. If I really want to clean a 1911 really good, I'll disassemble it and then put it all in the mineral spirits and put all the small parts in the little strainer, and I'll go ahead and I'll clean them. And after they come out, I'll put a quick coat of, you know, some oil on them and you know, to keep them from rusting after this is, you know, evaporated. So anyway, just remember, mineral spirits. That's what 90% of your products are out there are suspended in, and that's mineral spirits. Another good quality product out there. It's a little expensive, but you can go to Al's Auto Supply. You can go to you know, Napa. You can go to you know, any one of the, you know, the leading auto supply places and get yourself some Croyle. Croyle is an excellent cleaner. And also another thing too about Croyle as well. If you use a drill press, you put a little dab of this on the area that you want to drill, and this will cool your drill bits and keep them from, you know, getting dull on you when you're, you know, drilling through steel or any type of metal or anything like that, hard metal and that sort of thing. This is an excellent product. This cleans really well as well. I mean, you know, if you have fouling or anything like that that's inside, you know, the bore of your firearms, I'll tell you what, Croyle really works good. So, here's another product that is fairly cheap, and if you can find it anywhere, I suggest you buy it. Rifle bore cleaner. This is the military rifle bore cleaner. I think I bought these for like 50 cents a piece, and I'll tell you what, I haven't found anything really that really beats it. I mean, it cleans just as good as anything else out there. I mean, you know, and it's cheap. So, you know, if you've got a gun shop or a guy, you know, deals in a lot of you know, military, you know, surplus type stuff, and you find some of this, pick some of this up. You won't be sorry. It'll remove rust. It's really good stuff. This is really good stuff. Just to date myself here, I've had that bottle of hops powder solvent for, over 20 years. Yeah, look at the price, $9.99. That's what I paid for this. And you know, I got probably about maybe a quarter of the amount left. But you know, I've cleaned hundreds of firearms with this one bottle. And you know, hops is a good solvent. It doesn't, you know, I mean, I like the way it smells. It's not something you probably want to use in the house, you know, with the old lady around. Most women don't like it, but it's a good solvent. It's something that everybody's been using forever. I mean, you know, hops has been around forever. It's good stuff. But then again, here's another thing too. You want to watch out for rust. This does not have any preservative quality to it once it evaporates. So you need to keep that into consideration when you use hops. So now we're going to move on to a subject of preserving your firearms. And again, 90% of what your preservative oils and things out there are derivatives from mineral oil and that sort of thing. There you go. Just go down to Walmart, or if you have a Walgreens or any type of drugstore out there, you can buy a whole bottle of this stuff, mineral, just plain old mineral oil. And I've seen other guys on different, YouTube channels, and they pretty much promote the same thing. It's just mineral oil. That's all it is. And what you do is you get yourself, a rag. Get yourself a rag, and all you got to do is just put it in a plastic sack like this, a sealable plastic sack. Get yourself a little eyedropper, and you just go ahead and suck it up and put it all over the rag, and then distribute it out through the rag by, wringing it out and that sort of thing. And once the rag becomes saturated with it, granted, you don't want it dripping with oil. You just want to have enough on it so it'll leave a film, but that's it. Back in the early days of my career, I worked in manufacturing, and we would take the parts that we would put into storage that were for later assembly, and this is all we used. Just plain old mineral oil. We got it in 55-gallon drums, of course, but it was just plain old mineral oil. And same thing, we would just go ahead and put it on rags, or if we had an atomizer bottle, just plain old squirt bottle, you can get it at any grocery store, Walmart for that matter, and you just go ahead and put some in there, and then you can go ahead and spray it down on the different metal items that you want to preserve, and this stuff it'll leave a coating, and it prevents rusting. I mean, if you get it on your hands, so what? I mean, just make your hands soft, that's it. I also wanted to go ahead and give a little credit where credit is due, and my buddy over there on Elvis Ammo, he suggested something for us bullet casters, and I'm going to tell you what, I endorse this. I gave it a try, and I think it's an excellent way to preserve your steel and aluminum molds when you put your molds up, for storage. Synthetic 2-cycle oil. This is relatively cheap. You put a little bit on a rag, and when the molds, when your molds are cooling down and they're still warm, you don't want to do it when they're hot, but when they're still warm, go ahead and take a rag, put a little bit of this stuff on a rag, and go ahead and wipe it down all over your mold. And what that does is that it helps season your mold, okay? And after a while, it'll develop sort of like a non-stick surface to it, just like a frying pan. Works really good, I'll tell you that. 2-cycle, outboard motor oil, you can get a whole thing like this for like $2. So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to go over. Like I said, firearms maintenance, we always want to, keep our firearms from rusting. We always want to keep our firearms in good condition. And I'll tell you one thing, that trick with mineral oil, that is, you don't need anything else. You just, it does a great job just on its own. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Happy New Year. New Year is coming in, so I want to say that to all my subscribers. And until next time, this is Thor's Axe. I'm signing out.